Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is a very special day in my life as it is my birthday and also our 7th wedding anniversary. As you can see in the description on my shirt today, I am singing of the goodness of God. I'm in a very thankful mood. I'm in a mood of gratitude and thanksgiving to God for all that He has done for me and for how far He's seen me throughout these years. As today is my birthday and wedding anniversary, I thought what better way will it be for me to spend this day and speak to two very important women in my life. In relation to my birthday, I've got the woman who birthed me. That is my own mom. We affectionately call her Ma, but her name is Mama Sarah. I was going to have a chat with her about what it was like raising a son like me. If you're curious to know what she's going to say about me, just keep watching. Come back and I present to you my mom, the woman who gave birth to me. So for this chat with mom, we're going to be speaking our local dialect, which is Mampruli, and I will attempt to interpret it in English. So my jare. Well, I just said, welcome mom, and she says, thank you, if you like. So ma zuna wanya ndo andapsrama, unku boleti di azamake, iyele nzodama manya biswa. Just saying that because today is my birthday, I just wanted to have a chat with her so that she shares who I am and what it was like having me as a son. So in that bangnem in agba mfuma granye laula.
Here, Mangre, Joe and us to Aroma. My Europe Sarah Pago. Maybe me near Joe. Joe pass la and don't put ye langania so conera. Your man at the Bajo and poor, Madrasel Madame. The man about poor affairs, Guarmani. Ndabu Sumanga, Dracuno, Nere e Calafia, Carioza Maso Malida, and your marry, Carinia Shema. Dranya Malandabuton Dira. Joe comes and I could run him, Pukuton, did the Shanku be a T1 and a couple of Turua. So she just started by introducing herself and saying that I am her second born. And when she found out she was pregnant with me, it was a very difficult time because she felt really, really unwell. She felt that she had malaria and she was often sick and not being able to eat much. So that Malala, Dratapal, Goshi, Puno, Honza Maso, Ungwaya, Yobu Sosokone, Ndania Man, Tondua, Manga, in young Bobuntiruku Unti. So that Malala had a way mane. The dating yella a civil daranda, Allah daranda yere. You cat it changa chechon kuna, the paza, no can do a cat dinner. The dinner ni to pie you, hosa and jango, you 10 shinzawa. To a benek and a pile woman and poor beera. In ya obang anything at a pa a sifting. In your bangadaza want a pa a sifting, so didn't that a cacana attend dare as so swap canada ni hiko. Kanda do a mamma de Madame isn't tama. There are wumba pam near a bonzo. Bay in the poor bear woman Nagula over the Lagula. Man didn't go Bumara ama Nanaka Julaman oba da mala uneso. So la poor man that channel songma, capatisma Tisha dripone, Kanda songma can young do. Saying that when she was pregnant with me for the first 6 months, she really felt it. She was constantly sick, couldn't do much for herself. It was after the 6th month that she felt better and stronger. And so when it was 9 months and it was time for me to be delivered, she remembers it was on a Sunday that we went to church, got back home, even had a meal. Then somewhere around 10 p.m., she felt that she was going into labor, and then my dad of blessed memory took her into the hospital to the labor ward. It was at the hospital that she met a nurse who was a friend to my dad who helped and looked after her very well. Monday, which was the 30th of January, she gave birth to her first son, who was a handsome, bouncy baby boy. And that is me. It buzz chana as a swimmer, you more labne, no to guare sister. So as a swimmer, Uncle Pan, a cabin into a baby boy. ki bajon lab za camera chana hospital man ni po man nurse ma picture man nda bang da zakan kabene ndai ku chana ne o camera nyo ku ma hospital man halong ma ne midwife ma za da nyolo sunga da ma nganya bidibuka paso o people.
So mom is just saying that when dad came back the next morning and was told that mommy had given birth to a boy, he was over the moon. He was so excited that he went back home, brought his camera, and then took pictures of me and the midwife and the hospitals. He was so excited that he was just taking pictures left, right, and center. This is the very camera that my dad used to snap me pictures on my very first day on earth. Still got it. My into yelte mandanya bi karinya she mbilem ne mandanya she. I'm just asking mom if she can tell us about how my childhood was. What kind of son was I?
Indanya mangre indanya bia 2 years in katamari chang nezra. So in that chang nezra my teacher song and that teacher is
Mom says that when I was 2 years, then they took me to nursery, and when I went to nursery, all my teachers fell in love with me.
Yes. Teachers ma za suraku maine dam za chengni ranya bisonga buta eben girgiri. Etaba hal breakdown ba etaba yirba.
I was a very calm and collected young man. I was no trouble at all.
So before kaye to close ka nchang nzange teachers may like to ano only biwa nya bi pa no go ma in need say etaba za go ba da yin da se amanyin re ku nyele ne enema la kase enema ra ba dara ke lambo box za la ku nya need hal before ke champion one ba ke land box na ku nya boso karabu sam da ma mare ma ba lo sko.
I see. Mom is saying that I was very, very quiet, gentle, and very neat as well. And I suspect that's where my OCD started, because she says that all my teachers said I was well dressed, well presented, and everything of mine was perfect and intact. Even my lunchbox was always intact. Yes.
So then that pa nursery ke teacher P1. La teachers no teachers so zanga ku teach classes shazaka so ku boro bangi jo we parents nya bandama.
All my teachers who taught me were so impressed with me that they all wanted to see my parents and know who they were.
Jo we can talk jo nganda to pa P4 ka jo pum so la letters ka apun chen la sulme tenwa na kalabrana da man tiarne teacher so lati yelma ni be te letter sample ground jo wel yuri ka ba ku bu na jo ko letters and I channa. So timala so ko teacher yinne be kamanda ya ayi ye banga ku do anu ye to asiala so jo P4 za ko pumala so mi se so adama.
When I was in primary 4, I used to write a lot of letters, and I used to write them to my friends in the US. And this was me writing letters to my grumpy Greeley of blessed memory, and to all my American family, to the Greeley family. I love you all, and thank you for all that you've been to me. So I'm asking mom, how was I like at home and then in church as well? What was I like?
Etaba dema eteba kunyela ekuyi izal school kuna yinintimba ball.
Mom says that I used to love football so much. Anytime I came home from school, football was the next thing, and I was really good at it.
So it's school ball mazu barabu la walele.
And that was my nickname when I used to play football. It was Welele Kelele. Mom didn't get it quite right. It's Welele Kelele because I was a very good football player.
Oh, so kunna de iramura. Manku minena wun bur manyaka kozanti. Dama nezre sona zin ngarida. Dinya exams kabana nyinya songa nya first. Hali P1, hali to part P6. Ni irakunya first person. Ninda kunga first.
Mom is saying that I was very bright academically, and as far as she can remember, I was always first in class. Well, not all the time, but most of the time I was first in class. Okay, yes. So she feels that I was a very bright and intelligent student growing up. I'm just asking mom what food I liked when I was growing up.
Inda nye biya di shakira bor pa da nye yen winim dis koko irani nyu fine ni milo ka di shakira ku bor pa ka ko nye di tebre so nga da nya jollof unko ni jollof nga enti fine mila bori di sabo de nga se ka no man ku majere de shay be no man ku majere de nga se ka make sure no wutan lunch ma jollof ma se pa na ka yezanti kiti.
Mom is saying that when I was growing up, I used to love a lot of Winnie mix, which was a porridge, special porridge preparation, and I loved to drink hot chocolate, Milo as we used to call it. And then I loved jollof a lot. And let me just clarify that this is Ghana jollof and not Nigeria jollof. I loved also our traditional TZ, which is tuwo zafi, but there was a special soup that I loved, which was the dry okra soup and nothing else. I was going to ask mom what was the naughtiest thing that I did as a child. So what tumbe kan da tumpa manda anya biya.
Inda anya biya tumbe da anya la. Ti ku dandananti iyi me ball nta lama nano ma yito hane. Isa ma.
Mom is saying that the naughtiest thing I used to do is that anytime they buy me a new pair of shoes, I used it to go and play football and end up ruining them.
So lanzange iraka alafia ka la tima karano kunyati pale ki zanka ho malaria nga the past 6 months kama malaria lang ba ka ibara da timana kantini in evolma e mekuto fo isolate team so e evolate second that drink ki za volate ma kan that drink manza timanti ki da timanza ni enonga ka tokombase ka suri yeke aso yiga kan ye ndai ki dwan zwata garden puni ka mompor kona ka unsep bunma ne ka dobri kuga ma ko nya pai garden ma kona so ka ze ka dobri kuga ki kare ka janna.
I just mom is telling me of one particular incident which I still remember very well, and in this particular time I was not well, I was ill. And the drug that was prescribed for me was a very expensive drug that my dad bought. But when I was growing up, I really didn't like taking medications. So mom is saying that when I took that medication and tasted it, then I spat it out. And she was so mad and furious. So she chased me into the garden, and I ran into the garden, and she started throwing stones at me because she was really mad at me at that point in time. Oh dear. I'm just going to ask mom a last question. I'm just going to ask her to share one piece of parenting advice that she has for parents. So mom borimbo shenya do arba ba yeto akinembo yeto ayinisha bore yelente do arba.
Mani yelente mpoataba iyene tu nanga ko zante katinya madam tete bisma mami ni nawo mo onton o zangla la ya mangba tete ho inyama I do biya na menti la nimpia ke gwaringa bima ngati yezwa la kana fuswa ka sura shadow so ni do awazante bima ke za so bima ku yang zwa da malata bo bima na ite za lata bo binti de somsin ni do arwa izan kpawo no wosoko mpa bima nyanga ka nanga bur bima te zwa la kana fuswa ma kakachana pale so tomatu ne za chante bisini.
Mom is saying that hers is more of a prayer for parents, that God will give them the grace to be able to see into the future of their children and give the children the necessary support that they need to be able to achieve. So, Ma, are you proud of me? Mom says she's proud of me. She's proud of me. All right, YouTube family. You finally get to meet the one and only Angela on the special occasion of our 7th wedding anniversary. All right, babe. Now tell me, what has it been like being married to me for the last 7 years?
I think it's been a huge blessing, fun time. It's been glorious. To put it.
Glorious! Just this very important question to ask you. How did you know I was the one?
I think I just, from the first day I met you and getting to know you, we're friends for some time, and I just liked certain things about you. Most importantly, it was just the God factor in you. Like, you loved God, you loved the things of God, and I had always prayed that if I'm settling down, I would settle down with someone who loves God and, who fears God. Because as human as we are, we can always do things, but if the fear and love of God is in you, when you're doing something, you're not thinking about another person, you're thinking about what God would think about what you're doing. So when I saw that in you, I was like, okay, I think I had that conviction. Things just worked out, though there were some breaks and all that, but things just worked out. And yeah, thank God we're here today.
At the right time, we'll be sharing our own love story. We record a full video to share our full love story. And I think for me, first time I saw you also, there was just something about you that made me just fall in love with you instantly. So you're right to say it was love at first sight for me, even though it took us so many years of friendship, so many years of ups and downs, but thank God we are here today. What would you say has been the most memorable part of our marriage?
I think every day. Every day is memorable. But I think remembering when you were coming to the UK for the second time, and that was just some few months after we got married, and you were leaving me in Ghana with I was pregnant with our first child, and at the airport, I remember just like watching you say goodbye and going into the departure room, and I was just like, my eyes were shining. I remember one of my cousins, for some time always said, oh, I saw you, like I saw, she used to work at the airport by then, and she was like, I saw the tears in your eyes, and yeah, it was like I was sad. I was happy you going to start work because that was always your dream, and I was sad I was going to be alone. But I knew that you'd always be there anyway because there was always that communication. And so yeah, I think that. And after then, we've had so many memories. Me joining you here and having a second child, and every day, actually, like I said, every day there's always something to look forward to for the next day. So
Yeah, you've said that it's been great so far, yeah, but obviously there must have been some challenging time in our marriage, don't you think? What time would you have said that was? What was the most challenging part of our marriage?
I think the OCD thingy, like parts of you. when we first got married, or the early years, like you had things, you wanted things a particular way. You had things.
I still do.
Yeah,
I still do.
Sometimes. So there are certain things I don't even bother doing again. Like if I wash the bathroom, you would still come and you feel like washing it again because you would find something. So at the early stages, I was always like, why don't you appreciate things I do? But when I got to know that was just you, and it's not like you would complain. You would just say, oh no, maybe I need to do this again. So for the fact that you don't complain or ask me to do it over again, you just go and do it yourself. I'm fine with it. I don't really have a problem with that. if only I had to be doing it over and over again till you feel it's right. That's what I'll have a problem. But if you go and do it yourself, fine, fair enough. I just let it roll. So I think those times were some of the challenging times. And like I always tell you, I think we kind of got to know what our strengths were, what our weaknesses were, and kind of complemented each other. So if you felt that I like putting things at the wrong places, you don't come yelling or complaining, you just put them right, and like we move. So
We move. Yeah. Will you marry me again?
Oh yes.
And I will marry you again.
Oh.
And again. And again. Mwah. That's it.
Yeah. And I just want to say happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you, love. And happy anniversary to us.
Thank you. More grace.
Well, you're going to sign off now. All right, once we've got Angela here, she's going to do our sign off for us today.
Okay, just to say thank you to everyone for watching, for sharing, and for subscribing. My prayer, like he said in his first video, we do not claim expertise in these areas. It's not like we want to say our marriage is all rosy. There's, like we said, there are challenges sometimes, but we just hope that as he shares what we experience or what we go through, that it will impact lives, it will change marriages, and we ourselves will keep learning from this channel.
Sure.
So just continue to watch and share with your friends. Let's get the subscribers up, let's get the views up, and yeah, thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye.
Birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday, Daddy. You're the best daddy ever. God bless you. Happy birthday, Daddy. You're the best. Happy birthday, Daddy. You're the best daddy in the world. God bless you.